Welcome back to Africa's Top Tier. In today's video, we're exploring the top 10 most powerful African passports in 2025. We'll break down their mobility scores, that's how many countries citizens can visit visa-free or with visa on arrival, and their global passport power rank, which shows how they stack up against the rest of the world. We'll also compare the 2025 scores with 2024 data, so you'll see which countries gained ground, which slipped a little, and which continued to dominate. And here's something to think about before we start. What if Africa had a single African Union passport that allowed free movement across the entire continent, just like the EU Schengen system? Imagine what that would mean for business, tourism, and identity. Keep that in mind as we count down the list. Taking the 10th spot is Tunisia. Tunisians enjoy access to 35 visa-free countries and 42 countries with visa on arrival. That totals 79 destinations worldwide, but it's actually one less than last year, when Tunisia scored 80. Globally, Tunisia is ranked 67th. That puts it behind most North African peers, but still higher than many Sub-Saharan nations. What makes Tunisia interesting is its location. It's just across the Mediterranean from Europe, but its citizens don't have automatic access to the EU. Instead, Tunisians rely heavily on ties with Middle Eastern and African neighbors. So if you had a Tunisian passport, where's the first place you'd head to? Hong Kong, the Maldives, or Istanbul? Comment below and let us know. At number 9, we have Malawi, holding steady at a score of 80. Malawians can travel to 40 countries visa-free and another 36 with visa on arrival. Globally, Malawi is ranked 66th, tied with Namibia. And for a small landlocked country, this is quite respectable. It shows how diplomacy, not economic size, determines mobility. Here is a fun fact. Malawians can travel freely across much of southern Africa, including Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Tanzania, without needing complicated visas, something that makes regional business and family ties much easier. Next on the list is Namibia, also with a mobility score of 80, down slightly from 81 in 2024. Namibian citizens enjoy 43 visa-free countries and 35 visa on arrival options. Globally, Namibia is tied with Malawi at rank 66. But here's the kicker. Namibia, with a population of just 2.5 million, offers nearly the same passport power as Morocco, a country of 37 million. This proves that size doesn't equal strength when it comes to passports. It's about international agreements and diplomatic relationships. Coming in at number 7 is Eswatini with a mobility score of 81, 1 point drop from last year. Eswatini passport holders have access to 41 visa-free destinations and 35 visa on arrival countries. Globally, it sits at rank 65, pretty good for one of Africa's smallest kingdoms. And here's a surprise. Eswatini's passport is more powerful than that of Nigeria, Africa's largest economy and most populous nation. It is a reminder that passport power is about trust and diplomacy, not just GDP. So here's a question for you. Would you rather have the passport of a small but mobile country like Eswatini or a giant like Nigeria with limited travel freedom? Let us know in the comment section below. In 6th place is Lesotho, with a mobility score of 82, slightly lower than 83 in 2024. Its citizens can visit 42 countries visa-free and 35 with visa on arrival, ranking 64th globally. For a tiny mountain kingdom completely surrounded by South Africa, that's pretty impressive. Its membership in the Southern African Development Community, SADC, plays a big role, making it easier for Lesotho citizens to travel regionally. Breaking into the top 5 is Morocco, which improved slightly from 84 to 85 this year. Moroccans enjoy 41 visa-free destinations and 42 visa on arrival options. Globally, Morocco is ranked 63rd, ahead of Lesotho and Botswana. This upward trend reflects Morocco's growing diplomatic presence in Europe, West Africa, and the Middle East. In fact, Moroccan passport holders have more mobility than citizens of countries like India, which has far fewer visa-free options despite being a global giant. At number 4, we have Botswana with a mobility score of 86, slightly down from last year's 87. Botswanans can travel to 46 visa-free destinations and 34 visa on arrival countries, ranking 62nd globally. Botswana's passport is consistently strong thanks to its political stability, low corruption, and global reputation. For a nation of just over 2 million people, outranking Morocco is a pleasant surprise. So here's a question for you. Were you expecting Botswana to beat Morocco? Many people don't, but it shows how much governance matters. Taking the bronze medal is South Africa, with a mobility score of 111, up slightly from last year's 110. South Africans enjoy 58 visa-free destinations and 48 visa on arrival countries, ranking 47th globally. That makes South Africa the most powerful passport in Sub-Saharan Africa. Here's a fun fact for you. South Africa once had visa-free access to the United Kingdom, but that was revoked in the mid-2000s. But despite setbacks, South Africa remains one of the most globally recognized African passports. In second place is Mauritius with a mobility score of 141. Up from 140 last year. Mauritians can visit 94 countries visa-free and 40 with visa on arrival, ranking 26th globally. That puts Mauritius on par with several European Union countries and ahead of places like Turkey. For a small island nation, it is remarkable, a testament to how tourism, trade, and diplomacy can elevate a passport to global levels. And finally, at number 1, the undisputed champion of Africa once again, Seychelles, with a mobility score of 149, up from 148 last year. Seychelles citizens can travel to 100 countries visa-free and 45 with visa on arrival. Globally, Seychelles ranks 19th, ahead of the United Arab Emirates and just behind Eastern European states like Poland. Here's the wow factor. With a population of just over 100,000, Seychelles offers its citizens more global travel freedom than nearly all of Africa combined. This proves that diplomatic relationships outweigh geography and population size when it comes to passport power. And that's our countdown for the top 10 most powerful African passports in 2025. So here are the big takeaways. Seychelles and Mauritius continue to dominate, placing among the top 30 passports worldwide. Also, South Africa remains the strongest in Sub-Saharan Africa, sitting comfortably inside the top 50. Furthermore, Botswana and Morocco keep surprising many people by outranking much larger nations. And finally, smaller countries like Lesotho, Eswatini, and Namibia prove that size doesn't always determine passport strength. Now it's your turn. Which passport on this list surprised you the most? Do you think Africa should move toward a single African Union passport? And lastly, if you could swap your passport for anyone here, which one would you choose? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Africa's Top Tier, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a deep dives into Africa's global influence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.